Miami better not do this to me 3 nights in a row.
Yeah, Miami's going to do that to you 3 nights in a row. We're live.
I will not sit here and take this negativity.
What do you mean? It's not negativity.
The
they stink. Bam Adebayo can't do anything right now.
I'm
man.
muting you.
It's just not their year.
I'm muting you. I'm muting you. I don't know how to mute you, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna mute you.
You can't. I can mute you. Muted. Ha! The Heat stink. Tell me that they don't. Tell me that they don't. Do it. Okay, you're back.
That was good. I realized you were the one that was logged in and hosting and not me. Oh my god. That backfired quickly.
Yep. You didn't have to remind me that I had that power. I would have never done that.
That one backfired. That one quickly backfired. Wow. Miami's not going to do it to me 3 nights in a row. They're gonna pull it off tonight.
Okay, so the problem with me here is that they're just not playing well. It's like they're not in form. It's not that they just got beat because they were on the road. They haven't looked good. Like Bam Adebayo hasn't looked good for a little while here. And if he's not playing well, he was the key the entire series last year. And if he's not playing well, then I think that they lose any advantage that they had. Because he is a nightmare matchup. When he's on, he's a nightmare matchup for Giannis.
I'm going to tell you why they're going to win. We're going to talk about it when we talk about the DFS plays.
No. Let's do it right now. Tell me why they're going to win.
We got to pull up DK because these are guys that I'm playing tonight. These are guys I'm playing tonight.
Okay. Here we go.
So here's I don't know if Kendrick Nunn's going to start in this game.
No.
I'm curious to see if he does. If he does, it's not a big deal. I really do think that Dragic plays a ton tonight, and I think we're going to see more Tyler Hero.
Nice.
I think tonight's the night where we see more Tyler Hero. We're going to see a ton of Goran Dragic, and I think Duncan Robinson goes nuts from behind the arc.
Nice.
I don't even think they win this game because of Butts or because of Bam. I really think it's those three guys.
I'm not going to say it's just those two, but those two were such a pivotal part in that series last year and how they match up against the Bucks. That if those two aren't playing well,
and it opened things up for those other three guys that I mentioned too.
Well, yeah, for DFS, it's going to for DFS, absolutely. I think there's going to be plenty of opportunity, especially Duncan Robinson at 4,600. That dude's probably going to make like 6 or 7 threes.
And it's just you like just to add on what you were saying, like the way that Butler and Bam were playing last year, it opened up so many looks for Tyler Hero and Dragic and they just had some wide open looks because everyone was trying to they were double teaming Butler or they were double teaming Bam in the post. Like now you don't have to double team Bam because he can't hit a floater. Like he needs to get it going. They need to get it going. Tonight's the night. Miami wins this game. I'm going with
the Bucks. I think they win the next game, but I don't think they win this game. I think the Bucks go 3.
I think they win both. I think they win both at home.
Man, really?
Yeah, I think they win both at home. And Phoenix covers tonight, by the way.
Okay, so here's what I did.
That is blatant disrespect, laying 7 to the number 2 seed, the better team in this series.
Can
you tell I hate the Lakers?
I took the Suns on the money line tonight.
Yes. I'm here for that. We don't even need the points. We don't need the points.
At plus 245, dude. Come on, man.
We don't even need the points. Suns.
Come on. Oh, look at this. My guy Mark Drumheller chime in, and I would love for
Miami's winning the next 2, bro. I'm telling you, Miami's winning the next 2. It's going to be
man, when you and Mark are both on it, that makes me question where I'm at. Mark's also a very good better over at the Gambler. Helps us out. Does a great job.
Of course. Follow me on Twitter, too.
Yeah, good dude.
Respect. I appreciate that. Great guy.
Okay, so the Heat, I may be wrong. But
you know why Miami's winning tonight? I'll tell you why Miami's winning tonight.
Okay.
Charles Barkley guaranteed a Milwaukee win tonight.
Oh shit, really?
So when you're betting the Bucks,
oh my god. Did he really guarantee?
He didn't even just guarantee that, he guaranteed a sweep. Oh. He said he gave a double guarantee. And he said Milwaukee wins game 3 and they sweep. And they'll win game 4 in Miami.
I don't know how I feel about that.
So Miami's winning both.
I don't know
That's the
how I
only
feel
thing you
about
need.
that.
We could talk
I don't know how
all
I
day
feel
about
about that.
You're gonna talk all day about how they're gonna get their offense together and Bam's gonna play better and Jimmy Butler's gonna be healthy. No. That all you need is Charles Barkley saying that Milwaukee's gonna win.
Yeah, because the
And
analytics tell me
Miami's taking it. And Miami's taking it.
the analytics tell me that Barkley doesn't know how to make a pick. So
well, he's like 1 in like 27. So
Jesus. All right. So maybe not betting that game tonight. I do, however, have a bet on the Suns money line. Are we going yes or no on that?
I like it. I took the points.
Which I wanted to take the points. That plus money was up there, man. Like for it to be plus 240.
CP3 doesn't worry you? His shoulder a little banged up?
It does a little bit, but I mean, if
it doesn't worry me, I'm just curious. Like I should have phrased that a different way, but
I think
it doesn't worry me. I was just legitimately asking.
If he's playing, I'm not like I don't think that like he's under a minutes restriction. I just think he needs to be on the floor and doesn't need to be 100%, but just if he's facilitating like he always does and running the offense like he can, that's all the Suns need.
Yeah.
Devin Booker can handle the scoring part of it.
Yeah.
Him and DeAndre Ayton can handle the scoring output. As long as he can get them in the right situations, then perfect. That's what Chris Paul needs to do.
Yeah, I like it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'm taking the points, but I do like the money line.
Now, who are we taking for the fantasy?
I'm playing Jrue Holiday tonight. Man, oh man, am I loading up on Jrue Holiday tonight.
7,600? Really?
7,600 Jrue Holiday coming in roughly 10% owned. That's as low as it gets on a 2 to 3 game slate. So,
why?
Everyone's playing Bam. Everybody's playing Bam at that price. Everybody's playing Jimmy Butler.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy to me because Holiday's the one who's like easily you just like watch the games and
he's the reason why they're up 2-0.
Like,
not Giannis.
He's
the reason why they're up 2-0.
And it's not one of those that's like kind of hard to tell like if a guy is playing well, minutes. Like obviously we need to look into stuff, and that's why you're here. You look into stuff, and you find some of those value guys. But Jrue Holiday, star player that's playing well, and the reason why they're up 2-0, I feel like everybody would be jumping on that. Like easily jumping on.
I have so much invested. I actually double dipped the chip tonight. I'm playing him in my main lineup. I'm playing him everywhere, and I also bet his PRA prop, his points, rebounds, assists prop at 30.5 on FanDuel.
Why? I don't know. I just didn't.
So that'll be one of 2 free bets that I give out tonight. Jrue Holiday, points, rebounds, assists. 30. I can't imagine why he wouldn't. Hopefully the line didn't move, but I grabbed it early on. But
I just can't imagine why he wouldn't be in almost everybody's lineup. Like he's great.
Nobody's playing him.
And with his price point and the amount of fantasy points he's putting up. I don't know, man.
That's my guy tonight. Yeah. That's my GBP play tonight. Jrue Holiday.
Is Duncan Robinson also? Is that a guy?
He's actually in my core 4. As crazy as that sounds.
Look at you.
So for the risky guy, for the risky players out there, those of you that play like myself, Duncan Robinson will 100% be in my main lineup. For the safer guys, you could play Goran Dragic, or you can do what I did and just play both. Nice. I'm really invested in this Miami backcourt tonight. I really do think that Dragic gets 33 plus minutes. We haven't projected for just over 34 actually. And then Duncan Robinson,
you can play both, by the way.
I think you can easily fit both. Yeah. And you have so much money to work with, and you're getting guys that are
from the other too. I mean,
that's it, right? Like I get it. They don't have the ceiling of a Giannis. They don't have the ceiling of a Joker, but it's just you can't be dipping down into the Brian Forbes, into the Dwayne Dedmons of the slates. You know what I mean? Like
I would rather have Robinson and Dragic. Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. Like it's the NBA playoffs. The rotations are really thin now. Miami's going to shorten their bench big time. I really like these 3 guys on the screen right now. That's probably how the only guy that I can see swapping out would be Goran Dragic. If you want to play Cameron Payne, I'm okay with that. He's rating out as a top value play on the slate in our proprietary NBA projections that you can get at windailysports.com. But if you want to go Cameron Payne over Dragic, I'm 100% okay with that. But Jrue Holiday, Duncan Robinson, that's probably the duo that I'm starting with tonight.
How about this Denver-Portland game? Because I imagine that's the 2 games, Miami, Milwaukee. I don't know, Lakers, Phoenix, we can get to players, but I imagine gross. Denver, Portland's going to be the one we also take a lot from.
Yeah. It's Dame time.
Dame time.
It's Dame. If there's one stud that I'm paying for tonight, it's not Joker. It's not Giannis. It's Dame time. Game 3 at home. This is a pivotal game 3 in this series for them. They need to win this one. I really like Dame in this spot. Going up against Campazzo and Monte Morris and Austin Rivers is just they have no answer for Dame. They rather shut down everybody else and hope that Norman Powell takes bad shots, Carmelo Anthony takes bad shots, and they'll let Dame drop 50 as long as they held Portland to 110 points and Dame dropped 40 plus. Like, it's just that's the outlook that Denver is going to bring to this series, and that's okay. It could definitely win them games, but what it does is that it allows me to play Dame at a ridiculous price in DFS.
So now, since we have these 4 players and all very good, but they're all guards, so now we have to look for some forwards.
That's the issue tonight. Forward is absolute booty.
Are we going really Gordon bad. Covington? Maybe? Are we going Powell?
It's bad.
Carmelo.
It's bad.
Really
Aaron
bad.
Gordon's somebody that has a safe floor, so I will take Aaron Gordon over Norman Powell just because I am playing agree. Dame, right? So I don't want to play Norman Powell because if Norman Powell gets there, it limits Dame's ceiling, and that just doesn't make sense for me to be able to do that to myself, right?
Any chance Covington gets more involved than
he's just been that guy. He's been Robert Covington. He's the track star. He's the guy that runs up and down the court, plays good D, logging 38 minutes a game. It's just like,
yeah.
At one point, he's gonna fall into 7 rebounds. Just I don't know if I could take that chance. I'd rather go with Melo off the bench. Oh. Yeah, exactly. I'd rather go with Melo off the bench, who I know that when he's out there, he's actually going to shoot the ball. Versus Robert Covington, I know he's going to see double the minutes that Melo is, but it's just he has such limited impact on the offensive end, especially since they acquired Norman Powell. He's virtually he's inexistent out there. So I will side with Melo off the bench over Covington. Aaron Gordon's another good play that I like at the forward position just by default. It's not that I love the Aaron Gordon play. It's just forward is that bad.
Yeah.
So there is that. I want to talk about 2 centers as well, and that's Nurkic and Ayton. So obviously with the way that my build is shaping up right now, I'm not going to be able to play AD. I'm not going to be like you can if you want. But again, it's in order to play any one of those guys, AD, Joker, and Giannis. Not only are they way more expensive, AD's closer to Dame than I thought he would be, but Giannis and Joker are $1,000 plus more. You got to come off Dame, and I don't want to do that. So if you're worried about how bad forward is and you want to play AD over Dame, I respect that decision, especially on FanDuel where power forward is really bad and you have to roster not only one of them but 2 of them. Then you could definitely lock in one of Anthony Davis or Giannis. That's the approach that everyone's taking tonight, but it could also make you really different with how loaded point guard is. A lot of people are going to be looking for the value at point guard when you could pay all the way up and pay 10.5 for Dame. You're really different over there too, so you can make a case for both sides. But I really like the Ayton and Nurkic combo. You can go with one of the 2 of them. There's one of them that's featured in my article, one that's not. So if you haven't gone to give that a read, windailysports.com, you'll be able to see which center that I'm on out of the 2, but I do like both. Nurk is going to be that guy he's a walking double-double in this series, and he's got to be out there to at least, I don't want to say guard Jokic. Nobody can really guard Jokic, but at least match size for size out there, right? So he's going to get a ton of run. Cantor just has absolutely no defensive skill whatsoever, so they're going to keep riding out Nurk for 30 minutes plus, and DeAndre Ayton's just been like, He's been quietly very, very good in this series.
Yes,
like he's finding a way. The way that the Lakers run their defense is that they're switching all over the place, right? Because KCP sucks. It's like Dennis Schroeder doesn't know how to play defense. He doesn't even know what defense is. Like they have to switch nonstop, and what that means is that when AD's switching and he's able to guard somebody like Devin Booker on the outside because. And you see it when they played the Warriors throughout the season, and he's able to go out there and guard guys like Steph Curry on the outside. He's quick enough to do that, but it leaves DeAndre Ayton wide open in the paint, and they're just finding him. You look at what he did last game: 11 for 13. The first game, 10 for 11. This guy's just getting wide open layups, wide open dunks, like all game long. So I'll gladly keep taking that. Averaging 13 rebounds a game in this one, going up against Andre Drummond. Got Andre Drummond into foul trouble in that first game. Second game, a little bit less, and Drummond actually had a good game. But again, it's something where he's able to get Drummond into foul trouble, and AD's not going to be on him just because of how much they switch on defense. So he's getting wide open looks. You got CP3 that, we talked about how he's going to facilitate more and not really shoot the ball. You're running the pick and roll with a ball handler who's arguably the best to ever do it in the past 10 years, right? So I don't think anybody ran a pick and roll better than CP3 in the past 10 years. He's probably top 5 of all time running.
Play? If CP3 play, I mean, he's going to play, but if you think he's going to be
already
really
confirmed in.
If you think he's going to be really effective and no worries at all, that means you got to feel pretty good about Ayton too.
Yeah, I am, and that's exactly it, right? So it's when CP3 is not shooting the ball, well, he's distributing, and now you don't have a shooter that's distributing the ball. You have a natural distributor that's really just pass first always, and now he's just emphasizing that even more, right? So when Chris Paul turns on that switch where he's just dishing out 15 assists a game, and that's the kind of game that I'm expecting from him tonight. Ayton's going to be the primary benefactor. I mean, yeah, he'll run a couple pick and pops with Devin Booker on the outside, getting some wide open threes, or at least find his mid range game, but. For me, DeAndre Ayton's the primary benefactor there, and at only 6,300, it makes no sense. For me, Bam and Ayton's price should be flipped. If you look at what both of them are producing right now, Bam should be 6,300 and Ayton should be 7,500. That's not the case right now. Everybody's playing Bam Adebayo. For me, it's a very easy pivot. I get it. Bam is way too cheap for his ceiling. He should be closer to 8.5, even $9,000 with, if you look at the larger outlook of things, but the way that he's playing right now, that's what matters. I'm not paying 7,500 for a 40% on Bam Adebayo when I could just go down in price and get DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, we're at a spot here, of course. This is why building a lineup, and working through it on the show kind of, helps out and works, because we do find ourselves in the spot where we have 7,500, but it's for a forward and there is nothing available. And so we would obviously be able to, go somewhere up, obviously pay up for somebody, but yeah, it's one of the spots that in our jigsaw puzzle, as you call it for DraftKings, we're running into one of those here. So it's interesting. Let's go to a few lineups before we get into the betting side of things. We do have this lineup from Jimmy: Dragic, Drew, Butler, Covington, Ayton, Dame, Melo, and Robinson.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. There's nothing that I don't like in that one. Covington's that guy again. I don't think he gets more than like 16 DK tonight, but yeah, that's exactly what I was about to recommend. So
yeah, Jimmy Wagner.
Yeah, good stuff, Jimmy. Good stuff.
Before Ghost could even say it, well done. Well I like done. It. I always love when the chat can almost predict what you're going to say. It's just they know you so well, Ghost.
Yeah,
they know you so well, man.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here's a good question: Portis or Melo?
I'll take Melo because I think Miami wins this game, and that means Bobby Portis isn't on the floor. So that's the theory that I'm taking tonight.
Sick.
That's what I'm sticking with, right? You got to be able to plant your flag and really just be able to solidify your lineups based on certain game theories. You can't be all over the place, especially on these people that go out there and they're like, oh, I'm going to enter 150 lineups and try and cover every possibility. First of all, you can't cover every possibility, and then
my guy,
second off, it's that
there we go.
No, Milwaukee's not sweeping. Milwaukee's not sweeping. It's not up. Miami's going to win this game tonight. It's not a sweep.
Oh, man.
And then it's just you can't cover every possibility, and then wow,
that's great. I love it.
That's cold, man.
I'm not gonna lie, I love it. That's great.
Yeah, that's I call him that a couple times too. So PJ Tucker 2.0. Wow. But yeah, I'm not playing Bobby Portis because my theory is that I'm playing Dragic, I'm playing Robinson. I know what I'd like to think I know what Spo's going to do tonight, and based on what he's done in the past and other important games for them, he's going to sit Kendrick Nunn out, and it's going to happen sooner rather than later, because even 25 minutes for Kendrick Nunn, I get it, he's starting, but even 25 minutes for him is just too much. I really do think that we end up seeing more of Tyler Hero tonight too, along with Goran Dragic.
Middleton or Butler?
I have Dragic and Robinson. I have a lineup right now with all three Heat guys.
Dang.
I'm not a Middleton guy personally. I really don't like.
What did he do to you? What did he do to you?
I just think he's really overrated. Like really overrated.
Damn.
Like people, he's not a number 2
sorry, Chris
option.
Middleton. That Ghost is coming at you personally.
I'm not
bro.
sorry.
I'm
Domantas
sorry.
Sabonis deserved All-Star over him. I'm not sorry at all. People were rattled
Those
that Chris
comments
Middleton.
do not reflect Win Daily Sports, Chris Middleton. Good
Chris
Lord.
Middleton thought he should have been an all-star with Domantas Sabonis, so you could tell that he enjoys doing certain things after NBA games. But
Wait, Chris Middleton thought he should.
Chris
have been
Middleton
an all-star?
thought he should have been an NBA all-star over Domantas Sabonis. So I don't know
could
what
name
exactly
already
he's,
one player that should have been even over Chris Middleton that actually has a legitimate grade.
Who?
Tobias Harris. Not that he should have been in. Not over Sabonis, but Tobias Harris should be more of an all-star than Chris Middleton. Tobias Harris had an incredible season. You laugh at that. I get it. But Tobias Harris had an incredible season.
As long as it's not over Sabonis, that's okay.
No, God, no. Why would I say that? No.
I'll support
what do you think?
that.
I'm an
It's
idiot?
fine.
What do you
Rui
think? I'm an idiot?
Hachimura could have been an all-star over Chris Middleton. I don't care. I don't want Chris
I would
Middleton
not.
in an
Yeah,
all-star game. The guy,
Sabonis is amazing. Why would you
Like,
think that about me?
Chris Middleton being a number 2 option, your team is not a contender. I'm just gonna go out and say it. You're not a contender when Chris Middleton is your number 2 option.
I had this question too about Michael Porter.
What
He
about
just
Michael
hasn't-
Porter Jr.?
he hasn't
Yeah,
been doing it for
considering like I take the same approach. I don't change my strategy. It just if it ain't broke, right? Like it's just for me. If I'm not playing Jokic, so I have interest in Michael Porter Jr. It's just
Okay.
automatic, right? Like somebody's got to score, and Monte Morris is not going out there and dropping 40 points. Like it's going to take him all series to drop 40 points. So. Like Austin Rivers is another guard where we have. I wish I could play 7 guards and DeAndre Ayton tonight or Nurkic, but it's just that's what it is. You gotta roster some of these booty forwards, and Michael Porter Jr. is just he's just the best of the bad right now. I'm right now. I'm trying to find a way to get up to Jimmy Butler. If you look at the lineup that we had on the screen earlier, we were, we were just over $1,000 away from getting to Jimmy Butler, right? So, or actually under $1,000 away from getting to Jimmy Butler. So for me, it's just. This is where I'll end up tinkering. I'll come off a guy like Melo. I'll come off a guy like Aaron Gordon. Like I'll keep my core in there, and then just I'll end up swapping guys out and seeing what I could do and what exactly it does to my lineup. Because at that point, it's just it comes down to a 3v3, and you write like I'm an old school guy. I write it down on paper, and I say, okay, Butler plus this guy plus this guy, or Michael Porter Jr. plus this guy and this guy. Like that, which combination do I like better? And then that's how I'll make my decision, right? So. I'm not opposed to playing Jimmy Butler and Duncan Robinson and Goran Dragic tonight. I'm really not. I really think that Miami comes out guns blazing. They're going to win this game. They're not going to let me down 3 nights in a row.
We'll see about that. I mean,
They're gonna
okay,
win
so
this game.
you're going with Miami then
On the money line.
On the money line. Okay, sure.
It's plus money too. It's plus money.
It is. It's not a bad bet. I mean, you obviously
It's plus money.
I'm not doing it. So the Lakers Suns it's now down to plus 215. I'm still doing it. 6.5 is now the. Spread.
I don't know if I have the cojones to take them on the money line.
I took. Okay.
Which game was it that I was it was against Milwaukee that I took Phoenix on the money line. See, this is a sign. It's a sign. It's a sign. When we had our clip. When I said Chris Paul, don't do it.
Pleading, don't do it, man.
Don't do what? Do it. Don't do what?
I'm thinking the money line Suns play. I think
I like it. It's good value, man. You're not going to put a full unit on it. You could put a half unit on that for sure. It's all about give and take, right? Like it's much like saying, well, am I going to put a full?
He'd rather have Phoenix and not Miami. There we go.
Bro.
There you go, Dennis.
Stop with that.
There you go, Dennis. My guy. My guy.
I can't wait till Miami wins this game. Tomorrow, I'm literally just gonna talk about Miami for 30 minutes.
I won't come on the show tomorrow if that happens.
Yeah, we're gonna talk. I'm coming on your show. We're gonna talk about Miami. When Miami wins the game, I'm gonna come on at 10:20.
I hate the
when Miami wins that game. I'm not gonna lie, I'll probably be asleep. But
asleep.
Solid lineup: Dame, Jrue Holiday.
Porter, Melo, Ayton, Robinson.
Yeah, I like that.
And
I like that a lot. I like that a lot.
So back to betting. What about this Nuggets Trailblazers game, though?
Oh man, I didn't think Portland would open up as a favorite, or at least as big of a favorite.
Right, 4 points. I immediately
laying 4. Like it was
right. It's 3.5 now, but I immediately, once I saw it at 4, I wanted to take Denver. Denver.
Yeah, and a lot of money's coming in on Denver too. So, look, I have a lot of props in that game. I'm not touching the spread. If I had to lean, again, this is not an official pick. There, if it's not on the site, it's not an official pick. But I'll take Portland. I'll take It's at 3.5 now.
Yeah, I was leaning Denver, but that is a very like.
I'll take Portland 3.5. Dame time, at home, game 3.
Denver's good though, man.
No, Jokic is good.
Denver's pretty good.
Jokic is good.
Denver's pretty good.
Who's keeping up with Dame tonight? Who is keeping up with Dame?
Jokic. It's weird that I would say a slow
Jokic
7 foot.
Jokic is good. Jokic, like, I don't know. It's Dame time. Dame wins this game.
Okay, not that I'm saying that's wrong. I agree. To me, this is
tough,
this
though.
is what I don't feel.
I am not touching the
spread
on that one.
Yeah.
If I had a lean, it would be
Portland
minus 3.5.
I completely agree. That's right where I would lean. I don't feel great about it.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
Yeah.
I like Jrue Holiday in that first game. 30.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Best odds that I saw were on FanDuel Sportsbook.
Nice.
And then
that's a good bet. I really like that one.
I'll give a second one. I got 6 up on the site again. And for those that were checking midday, Shane Bieber over 9.5 strikeouts at plus money at BetMGM. That hit also. So we're starting off the day well.
We are.
I like Drew's PRA. And I like, what's the other one I'm going to give? Damian Lillard over 40.5 points and assists.
Nice. Okay.
FanDuel Sportsbook. You can't do that on DraftKings. They don't have that. But we combine his points and assists, 40.5 for Damian Lillard.
I like that.
So 41 and over. You don't even need the assists. He's going to drop 40 points. So
yeah, right. He would only need what? A couple of assists, honestly, for me to.
That's it. So for me, that's the one that I will give for free. Phoenix and Miami both win. Yeah, Jimmy knows.
Well,
Why are people laying 7 on LA tonight? Like what?
I would not. If you know what?
Like what
if I have
why
a bet
is LA favored by 7?
Right. My advice would be if you're betting that game, don't bet. Or if you're thinking about betting the Lakers and laying the 7, don't do it. Just flat out stay away from it. It is not.
I'm not saying it's not get like. There's no way it's gonna happen.
It's just at home. Yes, it's way too much.
It's just like I'm not saying it's completely unrealistic or there's no way it's gonna happen. Like it's definitely possible, but it's just I don't see how that happens.
It's just
like,
a bad number.
I really don't. It's a terrible number. Like even
I would wait in game when Phoenix does. If Phoenix
3.
is eventually going to have a lead in that game. Once that happens,
they're gonna have the lead in the first quarter.
Number. I think so. Once that happens, fine. Look at a bet where you can get the Lakers maybe getting 3 or getting 2.5, something like that. Because I think it's a close game.
Phoenix,
but
I would bet Phoenix first half money line if they're not favored. I like Phoenix first half money line. I rarely bet those. That like first half and F5 in baseball, I rarely bet those. But I do like that. If Phoenix is plus money, first half money line, I do like that. I like that.
I actually think I might tell you on that now. I do. The money line, the first half money line for the Suns. Yeah, I can look too and see if I can find it real quick. I might tell you that's a great bet.
I'm gonna look right now.
Especially if you could still plus 170 for the first half money line.
It's plus 170. You have it open? I was about to grab it. Plus 170
at DraftKings. Yes, for the first half money line for the Suns.
That's what I'm taking.
I think I am too.
So
I actually think I might put that one up on the site now. You're gonna get one of my picks, and I'm gonna post.
Yeah, do that.
I haven't posted.
Post on the site. So do that. I'll take the Suns with the points. I'll let you take the money line. But I'm taking the Suns
first. We can both take it.
No, I'm saying like in the whole game, you're taking Suns money line. I'm taking the points. I'll take plus 7.
Yeah.
But I will take.
Full
game. Yeah. First half. I'm taking Suns.
I think you're right. I'm not putting even a full unit on it, but because it's a plus 200, half a unit is
you have
all you need to put on.
You have to.
But I think it's good for. Look, the Lakers are going to be overvalued a lot in this series, and it's just trying to find the best spots to get it. I thought the Lakers as a 2-point favorite, even against the Suns, that was fine. Like that was it was a spot that the Lakers I thought could win. But for now it to get out of hand just because the Lakers are at home,
Yeah.
It's too much.
Suns first half money line. I like that.
Let's do it.
Yeah. I like that.
Okay. So that is it for the for this show, the NBA DFS playoff preview show. My name is Jon Jansen. His name is Ghost. You can follow him at DFS_Ghost. I'm almost like tempted to invite you on the show again just so we can argue about this stuff even more because it's so much fun. I don't know. This is the best 30 minutes of my day lately. It's been great.
I'll come on next week when Miami forces Game 7.
That's fine. That's fine. You know what we need to do? We need to get you into Philly, and you can co-host the show with me for 3 hours. How do I get you across the border? How do I do that?
I don't know.
You know what? Let's end the stream here.
You look like you need a shot of tequila. It's Thursday. That's exactly what I'm going to do.
You need a shot of tequila. So we're going to end this right now.
After.
WinDailySports.com NBA playoffs DFS preview. We'll be back tomorrow. Go Bucks, baby!